want to talk a little bit about behavior. Animals have behavior like we do. I'm pretty sure they have similar emotions because they feed off of us a lot, especially our domestic animals. And when they express their behavior, sometimes so think of this. Behavior is the expression of our response to the environment. Are everybody good with that? So that expression with the response to the environment, our response to the environment, can come out in a lot of different ways. And we see that, as an example, I see it in the puppies that we have here right now. These puppies all have different personalities and different behaviors. One of them in particular, we've started to try to give him a name, and we haven't really come up with one, but he is very patient. He will sit in the back of the pack and just wait his turn. And while the others who are having the similar, he's also kind of bigger, these other puppies who are having similar behavior reactions are all like, give me my food, I'm here, look, I'm sitting, that kind of thing. So what drives that behavior? And part of what drives that behavior is the ability to balance the nervous system. When we have an emotion, it's got to come out some way. Emotions are bigger than we are. They have more strength than we do. They're going to get out somehow. And you probably know this. When you have a big emotion, it either ends up being crying or laughing or yelling or being angry. Those are typical emotions that even our animals patients go through. When they don't have another way to express it, or they feel like their expression is not getting across to the other person, to the person they're trying to communicate with, when that happens, then those emotions might become even bigger or different, more violent in terms of animal behavior. They might bite, they might growl, they might do all those kinds of things. So when those animals are trying to express their emotions, or which we see as their behavior, some of those animals who have, so if this is our nervous system balance, some of those animals who are a little less balanced and have perhaps more sympathetic tone, and by that what we mean is the part of the nervous system that is the flight part, the part that wants to run away or fight. When that tone is higher, it's going to come out as the expression of that emotion. So they are going to have to take it out somewhere. And that's when we see grouchiness, don't sit next to me, those animals who we can't put with anyone else, those kinds of things. We actually have a horse here on the ranch who has her own pasture because she has difficulty expressing her emotions with other horses, and she gets very, very dangerous for them. She's fine with people, but she has trouble with other horses. When those animals are adjusted on a regular basis, they tend to balance that nervous system out. And we see that in the puppy group, and we also see it in the bigger horse herd, where after they're adjusted, they all get along better. They have fewer bite marks, they have fewer wounds when they come in, and our horses, live on the whole ranch. So when they're interacting with each other, they just do it however they're going to do it. When they come in, that's when we see where they've been nipping at each other, that kind of thing. But when they've been adjusted, we see less of that. We see a lot less new stuff. So balancing that central nervous system is really important to help with behavior. And it helps us express our emotions probably in a better way, and maybe in a more, for us people, maybe what we would consider being a more politically correct way, maybe a polite way. Even if we're upset with someone, it might give us a better way to see that situation and deal with it in a more constructive way. Same thing happens with our animals. So if you have animals, guess what? They benefit from having their chiropractic adjustment on a regular basis so that that nervous system can balance out, and so that they can live in more harmony with those animals that they are coinciding with. It's good to see you all here today. I see Dr. Loparco. He's one of our colleagues out in Colorado Springs, and he is out there helping those animals balance that nervous system. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Certainly check the replay if you didn't get to see the whole thing. And we'll catch up with you guys later. If you happen to be a veterinarian or a chiropractor who has yet to add animal chiropractic to your practice, this is a great time. It's a great time because consciousness is getting bigger. People are recognizing that animals are more sentient. They just passed a law that now makes animal abuse a federal crime. As we come to this kind of recognition and understanding of our animals, we start to realize that there are things we can do to help them with their behavior with one another as well. Animal chiropractic is the #1 go-to for that because it helps them from the inside out without drugs that cause other side effects that can come out as other emotions. So that's one of the reasons that we really suggest that animals all get adjusted on a regular basis so that they have better nervous systems, so that they get along better, so that they can interact with each other better, even when they're in that high stress situation, like there are too many animals in too small a space. So thanks for joining me today. If you are looking for a way to add animal chiropractic to your practice, find us at our new freshly developed website, animalchiropracticeducation.com. Thanks very much.